guys, this is Cam and Mike here. Today we want to talk to you about a question we get a lot from people, and that's how can you be more accurate with your pistol if you're just using your iron sights?
Dig them up, make some damn barbecue.
It's a great question. And usually this happens at longer distances, like 20, 35 yards. We're going to start at 7 yards, look at a group. We're going to go to 15 yards, look at a group. 25 yards, look at a group. And then we're going to get more distance and all the way up to 40 yards. And take a look. Every time we do this, we're going to take a look at how we're doing and make comments on what we're doing to get the accuracy to work for us. Sounds good?
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right, guys, so we got several targets here. I'm going to shoot this one at 7 yards. Should be a nice tight group. This one at 15 yards, little, maybe not quite as tight, 25 yards. And then over here, we're gonna do a 25 and a 30 on a bigger target. And over here, we're gonna do a 35 and a 40, and we're gonna talk about them. I'm gonna shoot these first three, and then we're gonna come down and talk about the differences. Then we're gonna shoot those two, and then we're gonna talk about those separately, all right? Let's do it. 3 shots on the 7 yard target. All right, that's 3 at 7. Let's go to 15. 3 at 15 yards. Okay. 3 at 25. Getting smaller. That target's getting much smaller. All right, let's go take a look. See how I did. Got all 10s there. That's perfect bullseyes. This one's a double shot, so I got all 10s here on the 15. It's harder for me to see this one, so I'm gonna have to slow down to 25, 30, and 35. This one was unacceptable. I'd like to see them all in the 9, 10 rings at 25. So let's see what I can do on the bigger red and black over there. Hopefully that'll help me out. Let's do 25, 30, 35, 40. Much better. I got 3 10s, 1 9, and 1 8 at 25 yards. I was hoping to keep them all in the 9s. So now let's mark these up. I'm doing big marks on those. It's 5 shots. All right, now let's go back to 30 yards and see if I can hold that. You can tell I'm a little bit down into the to the right. See if I can correct for that. This one's at 30, same target that I marked up. Here we go. Check it out. That is a much bigger spread than I thought. I think I was rushing. So I think what I got to do is my grip was probably off, and so I'm going to show you how to fix that. Okay, I'm going to show you how to fix that one. 4 here down low and 1 here up high. I expected to be right about here, but I think my grip was, thinking about it now, my grip was a little bit light on my support hand, so I gotta have a vice grip, and we'll see if I can correct that. I'm gonna shoot a couple here at 30 and then go to 35. Just a couple to see if I can get back in here, or at least in that close to that range. All right, I'm gonna slow down too. I think I was rushing it, and my grip, my support hand grip was weak. Going back to the 25 yard mark, slowing it down, making sure my grip is right, my strong support hand grip. Take a look. But better. I got 2 right here. I got 1 right there. It's a better spread than all the way that. It's about half the distance of the spread. So let's see how I can replicate that on the 35 and the 40 over here. All right, so it was just my grip that was off. Let's get a strong vice grip and nice trigger press. So over there, take a look at this pattern. This is a poor support hand grip. This is a great way of looking at this, guys, because this is poor support hand grip. I just wasn't focused on a vice grip here. That's why I was all over the place here. 5 more yards distance, and I got a perfect 10. I've got not quite a 9, 2 9s. I got 1 9, 1 9, 1 10, 1 8, 2 8s, and 1 7. That's a good pattern at 35 yards. I'm happy with that. Are there people who are better? Yes. But man, if we all could be that good, and all 22 million concealed license carry people could be that good, we're in great shape. We're in great shape. Okay, all right, so 40 yards is it. Let's see if I can get anything in the black at 40. Let's do it. All right, 40 yards, good grip, good sights, nice press. There's one inside here, so I do have, oh man, this is great. This is really, I'm happy about this. There's a dual shot here, so there's one right there, there's one right there, one right there. I've got a 10, 2 9s, an 8, and I pulled one here, right there. That's a good setup here. Let me tell you what the trick here is. So if you look at this, if you go to the 7 yards, I expect to be all 10s at 7. I expect to be all 10s at 15, which I got all 15. I would have liked to have been better on this one. I think this is when my grip was fading. And then I really messed up the grip here. I think I got complacent. These two were too easy. This one got complacent, and that's why I got this drift down here and that drift down there. And the way you do that is you always think about it beforehand. So what I'm working on is a strong vice grip, okay? So this is what a vice grip looks like. When you're holding the grip here, this is nice and relaxed. This is a vice grip. This is about almost all the strength you have. You don't want it to be white knuckles so you're shaking, but you want it to be almost just under that point, and that's how you get a really steady shot, a steady gun, when you have a vice grip on your support hand. Of course, left hand is going to be the other hand. And then this is this is very loose, okay? Always keeping the finger outside the trigger until you're ready to shoot. And then the second thing is your trigger press, okay? So let me show you now. This is an empty weapon, totally empty. Okay, so a good trigger press is you want to come off the trigger, you want to take up the slack, and then you want to find the wall. This one has a very short wall, and it's right about there. Now then if I put another pound of pressure on it, it's gonna go. There's the slack, a little bit of pressure, little slack, a little bit of pressure, and it goes. You want to be shooting from the wall. When I am pressed out like this, I am shooting from the wall. I'm right there. I've got about a pound or 2 on it. The next time as soon as I see an acceptable sight picture, which is the 2 back posts, front posts are perfectly lined up. As soon as I see an acceptable sight picture, I don't sit there and bounce around. I sit there, if it goes through that perfect middle spot, I am pressing the trigger right then. That's called an acceptable sight picture. Nice press trigger prep here. And that's it. That's really it. If you guys will work on your grip, your trigger prep, your trigger press, and then making sure you wait until you get an acceptable sight picture. So it's going to bounce around at 20 yards, 30 yards, 40 yards. It's going to bounce around. You wait. You don't wait for it to be perfect and steady. It's never going to do that. You're a human being. You're going to be shaking. But as soon as it goes through the middle, boom, you press it. All right, so how can you guys get results like this? These shots here at 35 to 40 yards. Long distance pistol. How do you get it with iron sights? How do you get this kind of accuracy with iron sights? There are 3 tips. First is grip. The second is target versus front post focus. And the final one is trigger press. Let's focus right now on target focus versus front post focus. So looking at this target, we have 2 sets of 5 shots each. We have the 35-yard shots that is 42 out of 50 points, and those are all marked in black. The farthest one out for the black set, the 35-yard set, is the 7 ring. And then I've got the rest are within the 8, 9, and 1 and 10. The 40-yard, which I thought wouldn't be quite as good, was only 1 point less. So I had a 10, two 9s, an 8, and a 5. And I love the 10-9, 2 9s, and an 8. That is a really good set for me. Especially 110, 2 9s, that's really strong. If I could have converted that 5, which is one flyer over here, if I could convert that 5 to say a 9, that would have been exactly where I want to be. However, I want you guys to be able to get this result. If you can get this kind of result or better, you're in really great shape with your iron sights at long distances. Most people shoot iron sights at 7, 5, 7, 10, maybe 15 yards, but very rarely do you shoot at 35, 40 yards. But if you can, you have mastered, and you can get this kind of a result inside of all black. You have mastered trigger press, you have mastered grip, and you have mastered the idea of going between target focus and front post focus on iron sights. So let's show you what that means right now. So what you're looking at now is the target is in focus and the sights are out of focus. Now let's look at the sights being in focused. And what you would do is you would switch your focus. Now I'm switched to the sights. Now I switch back to the targets. And to make sure that you're lined up properly.
Like, subscribe, and comment to see more content on advancing the practice and psychology of firearms performance.